Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming on my presentation. I am very glad to be here. Last year I had the opportunity to present, let's say, the initial setup of this project. And today I would like to share the result of the project, and also I would like to share idea how to realize your projects. I am very glad that today I have seen people with presentations who know a lot about technologies. They're also doing all kinds of interesting projects. And I also believe that you are having a lot of ideas, and you are having a lot of projects that you would like to realize. And of course, for that you need some kind of resources. Today I would like to present you the FIWARE. It is the European Union Commission resources dedicated to startup and development in European Commission Cloud. Alright, so I would like to present myself. I am Krunoslav Hrnjak. I have my own startup company called yottabyte, primarily doing with GIS software, and also developing several startup projects. Okay, so for the first thing, what is a FIWARE? FIWARE is a group of accelerators that are dealing with different areas of our life, and as you can see, they are divided into 8 teams, and in each team you have several accelerators that can help you realize your ideas. The one that I have chosen for this project is called FINODEX. FINODEX is acronym for Future Internet Network Open Data Expansion. So it's something that is connected with creating new services on the internet. That means future internet. And also one of the, let's say, mandatory, there is also mandatory usage of open data. So basically, if you want to apply for this accelerator, you have to use FIWARE as a platform and also open data. And if with these two constraints, you can enter into the FIWARE. So what it is all about? First, FIWARE enables you technical platform based on open source. There's something called FIWARE Cloud Portal. Well, basically, it is a rather generic cloud portal based on OpenStack, and enables you to set up your infrastructure there. Besides, there is a FIWARE catalog that is a list of technologies that are included in this cloud. There is a huge list of technologies, so maybe you can take a look on it. The main technology I was using for developing my project is called GeoServer. So it is a product that uses data to produce maps. And the third thing, of course, is the data. There is a FIWARE Lab data portal where you can find a lot of open data sets. So this is the portal. All right, so what is the FINODEX also about? It is about helping projects to get some financing. And the interesting thing about FINODEX is that you get financing without giving the equity in your company or giving the equity in your project. So there is I would say that today there is a huge number of different business accelerators and etc. And also business angels and different way of funding your project. But all of them are seeking for some kind of equity in your project or in your company. FINODEX is a project that FINODEX is in fact some kind of initiative of European Commission that want to develop startup companies in Europe, and basically they are giving money without searching for equity. And so basically it is divided in 4 phases. In first phase, you're just sending a proposal and you don't get any funding. And in first phase, 50 projects are selected, and they are going into second phase, where you make a design. So basically, you have to make some kind of functional specification of your product, And it doesn't necessarily have to be on Java, it doesn't have necessarily to be on the open source, but in fact my project was open source based on Java. And you can get 10,000 euros for that specification. And in phase 3, you are getting financing for the project, but you have to also deliver the product that you have specified. And depending on, let's say, quality of your project, if you get enough points, then you can enter into the phase 4. If you are able to go for four phases, then you are able to collect 100 euros for your project, and there are also additional prizes for the best one. Well, now here are the numbers. So basically, they are filtering, they're taking 50 projects and selecting 30 projects, and then shortcutting down to the 10 project, and only the best 3 projects are getting additional prizes. And so the question is how hard it is to go in this accelerator. Well, I can tell you from my experience that there were 200 proposals entering the phase 1, and I was among them who went into phase 2 and also who went into the phase 3. And well, I didn't collect enough points to go into the phase 4. So it's a very good starting point. And regarding the amount of documentation you need for applying to this accelerator, it is, I would say, rather moderate comparing to the other more structured way of financing. Here is one a short video that presents the product and the idea, the DigMap idea. So this is also one of the delivery you have to create after you deliver your project. So we'll just spend some 5 minutes to take a look on it. So we'll get a better experience what it is about. So I hope it should work, right? At some point.
The company yottabyte is developing DigMap Solution, an open, cloud-based geographic information delivery system for public and private sector users to help them to easier disseminate online spatial and non-spatial digital data through digitally signed PDF reports with excerpt maps and embedded spatial data, which excludes any additional paperwork, and to standardise offline storage and printing on their computers. The public users are institutions like Cadastre, Transport Control, Cross-Border Administration and Environment Protection Agencies. The private users are the general public and business users from the areas of transport, health, environment, finance and all users defined in 21 bottom-up themes from the EU Inspire Directive. DigMap is innovative in that the operational implementation is based on a new standardised open interface, OGC WPS, Open Geospatial Consortium Web Processing Service, which leads to interoperability and portability. Also, it is aligned with the Open Data Objective and Digital Agenda for Europe, which promotes creation, production and distribution of public sector information as digital content and new value-added services on the free market. The DigMap state-of-the-art service components are reusable and encapsulated with a standardised pluggable extension, and therefore can be broadly deployed in other applications and used as part of a national spatial data infrastructure. The revenue model is based on selling professional consulting, implementation, support and educational services for the DigMap solution to small and medium enterprises and government institutions. A demonstration of the DigMap solution is available at the GeoPortal in Dugaresa, a city in Croatia. The GeoPortal holds all major city spatial data such as administrative borders, cadastre, land usage, urban planning maps and infrastructure objects, including traffic, energy, water and utilities. It is also possible to send map excerpt requests over the Geospatial Processing Standard, OGC WPS, Web Processing Service, or by using HTTP GET and POST request. Requests can be sent either to create digital map excerpts or to get information about data cost by invoking the billing service. DigMap uses the well-known GeoExt or leaflet framework for building user interface based on map fish print protocols to communicate to the DigMap service in the background. Users have a friendly web-based graphical user interface print map dialog to select print layout, resolution, area of interest with rotation option and enter their comments. Received reports not only contain map images and decorations like map scale ratio and north arrow, but the reports are also digitally signed and contain embedded attached data about layers in GML format. Digital signature attaches the identity of the signer to the document and records a binding commitment to the document. While raster graphic in PDF file is aesthetically pleasing, such an image can't be used for further digital spatial analysis supported by the computer. Instead, embedded data in vector format enables further manipulation in almost any GIS tool, like the leading open source desktop tool, Quantum GIS. Using DigMap billing services, the data provider can also charge for costs associated with data management, marginal costs or commercial costs. The DigMap project is selected by FINODEX, Future Internet Open Data Expansion. FINODEX is a FIWARE accelerator that selects, funds and provides support services to projects from small and medium enterprises and web entrepreneurs, building upon the FIWARE technology and reusing open data. This project is funded by the European Union 7th Framework Programme, FP7 2007 to 2013, under grant agreement number 632838. Yottabyte's mission is to provide high-quality consulting in the ICT field. Services provided by independent expert Krunoslav Hrnjak, a company owner and ICT professional with 10 years' experience. Logistics and support is provided by Tihana Hrnjak, a certified EU project manager.
Also, we can go back to our presentation. So I hope you got the feeling what the project is about, and I'm very glad that I can share it with you. I hope that we're going to have some more applications coming from Croatia. In this last call, I was the only one who applied, and well, basically, what I can see is that there is a huge interest from Netherlands, from Germany. And I would also in the future like to see that maybe you are also be in this group who will apply and also try to realize their project through this kind of funding. And today I also decided to share all the deliverables with you. So basically, if you go on this web page, you can find all the documents that have been delivered as a final delivery of this project. Yeah, well, we are having problem with accessing this data, but so you don't see the right address, but here it is. So you can take a look, and you can just go at this address, and you can find all the documents that have been delivered. So first, I went to another call that is called SME instruments. That is a call from Horizon 2020, and well, it is. I would say it is a more competitive call. It also enables you to get some funding from European Union. It is more competitive, and it is maybe a little bit more complicated because you already have to have some kind of established company, and well, if you have some joint venture, then you are having a greater chance to pass through this call. And well, basically, I was not able to reach the threshold for this call. There is here is on this link. You can read the proposal, and you can also read the evaluation summary report for the SME instruments. That could be also interesting for you who would like to see how to write such a document. Of course, this one was not really extremely successful, but nevertheless, there is also there are also documents regarding the FINODEX. So there is a document that is describing how to, this is delivery documents about proposal for the FINODEX first phase. Then after the first phase, we have generated two documents. One document is a business model. Basically, you described how you're going to generate some revenue on your software. And also, I would like to point out that your software doesn't have to be open source. So it can be a proprietary software. You can also get the funding. And there is also a technical design document that is describing these all features in, let's say, a more descriptive manner. And after that, delivery is your product. And also there is a request from European Union that you have to show that your product is working at some customer. So it can be commercial or non-commercial customer, but you have to show that your product works at the operational environment. And basically, I already had previously worked with the city of Duga Resa, with their utility. And then we decided to show that this product really works on their portal, so you can enter gis.dugaresa.hr and you will be able to open the geoportal and also to try out how DigMap work. And there is also evaluation summary report regarding the phase 3 delivery. And basically that was the point where I was phased out because I didn't reach the threshold for entering the phase 4. All right, so basically we are going back to our presentation. And why to go with the FIWARE? So basically, even if you fail to get financing, I believe that you can gain a lot because first you will, let's say, have very structural approach to your project. You will have to write down the most important things about your business, and you're also getting training. So for the technical and business training, so technical training is how to use the FIWARE cloud, and business training is how to set up your business model. You also get, I would say, quite a lot of promotion from European Union. After we finished our phase 3, we also got some funding to go to some startup events in Europe. So we have been in Copenhagen promoting our product. You're getting some kind of networking with other startup in this ecosystem. And of course, funding is also, it can be a rather high level of funding, depending in which phase you phase out. And there is also opportunity to get some funding from the private investigator. So that will be the reason why you should go with FIWARE. And even if you don't expect to go to the phase 4, you should try to see how your idea works and how it will be assessed by the Commission. All right, so I believe that we had some time just to point out the most important facts. All those presentations and documents are available online, so you can check it out for yourself. And of course, I'll be very glad if you want to contact me, and if you would like to also to try out and apply for FIWARE, I would be like to give you help. Thank you. Are now questions? Yeah. Okay.
Was it hard to apply?
Yeah. Okay. First question: was it hard to apply? I would say it was moderately hard. So first, I was applying for SME instrument. That was rather high, and well, SME instrument is very competitive, and we didn't even got over the threshold there. But for FIWARE, I would say it is rather easy. Basically, I have given you the links on the documents. I don't want to open documents now because it would take quite some time for analysis. But so basically, you can take a look on that document. You can see how it's structured. And that document was good enough to go to the phase 2. Also, we got into the phase 3, so that's where we ended up. But basically you can also see it for yourself. I would say it takes a moderate effort, but as I said, it is good to invest that effort because not just for FINODEX, but it is also good that invest that effort because you will get a better picture of your own idea. When you start to write down some things, then you will see how much things maybe you are missing. You are having this idea in your head, but you have to put it on the paper. So that's why. Yeah. Next question. Oh, yeah, well, it was a rather hard time. Last year was very exhausting for me. I really invested a lot of time. But basically, I started with this idea 3 years ago, and then you are applying for one competition, second, etc., and you are just sharpening your idea. And at some point of time, you get some kind of funding that just push you into realization. So it is quite a lot of time, I would say, several months. Yeah. Any other question? Yeah. Thank you.
Some gut feeling telling me that the hardest thing here is not actually to program the thing. So, what would be the hardest thing here? Is some kind of bureaucracy work or all procedures?
As I said, maybe this call is not so bureaucratic because it's FIWARE, and well, it takes some efforts to really set up the whole business model, to set up some technical description, to put some innovations inside. So basically, you really have to have some skills about project management and skills how to write good technical description. That's for sure. And well, the programming part can also be quite exhausting, depends. And of course, the idea is you for sure have to utilize this European Union cloud. But most of those technologies are rather familiar. GeoServer is very famous in JS world. Also, there's Pago BI and several other technologies that you may even work with. And also the amount of components you utilize in the cloud are also giving you the score. So basically, more technologies, more scores, and Internet of Things projects are especially favorized. Yeah. Any other question? Okay. So for closing. Yeah.